Welcome to AGD 2019, the premier meeting for general dentistry. Facebook Live is sponsored by Henry Schein One. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Panko, and we're coming to you live from AGD 2019. We're taking continuing education to a new level. For the first time at AGD, a live operatory resembling an actual dental office was constructed here behind me in the exhibit hall. This live patient surgery demonstrates a streamlined approach to single tooth replacement. So let's take a look inside and see what's happening.
And then you receive the case in this lovely box that contains the guide, the drills, the implant, custom healing abutment if you're not ready to load the case the day of surgery, custom abutment. You get a digital file for the final crown if you want to mill it in-house or send that out, and then a temporary crown that's made out of PMMA. And you can specify whether or not that's going to be screw retained or cemented the day of surgery. So, yeah, I'll put that on. So we always just like to verify that things are going to work before we start. And yeah, we've got great seating. These guides are really rigid, which I like. If you've ever used these guides before, if you've ever had an opportunity to use a printed guide that maybe wasn't made with the stiffest resin, it can be difficult to tell if it's properly seated. These are really great. So, here we go. Yep. No, I can't move him. Let me just try to get him in the exact right spot, okay? I had the pleasure of getting some disc herniations this last year and no longer work sitting down. If any of you have experienced that, it's no fun. Okay. So let me grab the punch. It's pretty bright. Your future's so bright, Jim. Go ahead. All right, Jim. Let me just make sure you're nice and numb before I do that. Let me grab an Explorer and a Minnesota.
Testing, good. So as I was saying, the Azento is Dentsply Sirona single tooth replacement using the Astra EV or the Xi
Okay, Jim, can you
implant
feel
line.
that at all? Can you feel that at all? Okay, good.
It's a simplistic process. You scan, approve, and treat.
Okay.
You send the intraoral scans and the CBCT to Azento. They do all the treatment planning and the planning. You approve the case. Once you approve the case, they basically send you an implant in a box. In the box, you'll receive an implant, all the drills necessary, as well as the guide, a temporary healing abutment, as well as the permanent abutment and a temporary. So the guide he has in there is the Azento guide. It is a milled guide. As he was saying, it's very sturdy and precise fitting. And the whole procedure depends on proper indexing. So how this is accomplished is in the guide there's a notch that lines up with the drills. So the final implant placement has to be perfectly indexed to that notch.
I don't want you to.
And if you have any questions along the way, please don't hesitate to ask.
A gauze and we'll put some saline.
Cost, Okay, I don't have those, the numbers, but I believe they do offer bundles where you purchase 25 implants and they offer at a discounted rate. I believe it's at a bundle rate, it's $1,000. Again, in the box, you receive the implant itself, all of the necessary drills, the guide, as well as the permanent abutment. So if you think about it, what's the cost of a premium implant usually? $400 right there. A guide,
You wanna put that in
another $200 to
block?
$400. A custom abutment, it's a huge savings in
It's
cost.
topical.
The biggest
You want numb-
savings is
numb
time.
lips?
Now, I do this process on my own without a Zento. It takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours to do all this treatment planning.
Yeah, sure. You wanna
So
touch this
Zento
over?
does all of that for you. They're looking over your shoulders, they're doing all of the treatment planning. So the savings is in the time. Any other questions as
No,
we
actually, it
proceed
should be-
here?
They're in order. The cortical drill. Cortical.
So
No.
how it works is you submit the scans, the CBCT and the intraoral scans, and they will send you a
does say
a
that.
treatment
I always
plan.
use
The treatment plan consists of 3 separate pages. One is the actual aesthetic proposal, which includes a proposal of the crown. So it is a prosthetically driven implant procedure. The crown is designed prior to the implant planning, so that's the aesthetic design. There's the guide design, which shows the guide,
Okay. Drills.
as well as the implant planning, the implant in the bone. Once you're happy with the plan, you approve it. Within 4 to 5 days, you'll receive the box with all of the necessary to do the implant. So
gonna
the
rinse
drill
that out, you're gonna
sequence
touch it.
is laid out for you, literally in the box, every drill that you need to use. And like I said before, it's for the Astra EV or the
Real wide for a
Zive.
second. Perfect.
So here he goes with, and it's a guided surgery, and the sleeve fits right into the guide.
I would say we're dealing with probably D2 or D3 bone. These drills are brand new every time, so they're super sharp, which is great.
So
You can modify your osteotomy depending on the bone as you perceive it. And there's basically 3 drilling protocols. There's no keys, which I really like, because I hate keys. You have to pump to get that irrigation in there. Okay? And just, usually what I do after each drill, make sure things stay nice and cool, is just give it a thorough rinse. Let me just take a look at that. What's that? 1,200. Let me grab a mirror for a sec.
So there is a key. The key, it's a
let me
handleless
just take a look.
system. So that
section
the
there?
key is actually on each drill. So the key slips into the sleeve. Every drill has the key already on it, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So those of you that do
Can I
guided
have
surgery
the
know that
green
when you're using handles, it sometimes can be
condenser?
a problem.
Yeah.
So in the box, like we said before, is all of the drills. You don't have to buy a kit. You don't have to buy inventory.
Okay. Yep. Guide. Obviously, you have to make sure the guide is in the same exact place each time. Nobody's ever done that before. put that back? Yep. Okay. So we'll use A. So at this point, okay, we've gone through our punch, initial, twist, and then kind of widen the osteotomy. At this point, you have the option of deciding how you're going to manage the cortical bone and the apical bone. I'm going to use the soft drilling protocol here because we are going to do an immediate load, and I want to ensure that we get, at least that 30, 35 Newton centimeters of insertion torque, ideally. So we're going to use this A drill, which kind of, you have the option of, like if you're dealing with a mandible and you've got a really thick cortical plate, you might want to open that up so you don't have excessive compression at that cortical plate and possible resorption later. So we're going to go ahead and use this drill, which does not end cut, and just do like a minimal preparation of the cortical component.
So there's that A drill and the B drill. The B drill you would use if the cortical plate was denser. And as far as the apical bone, there's a V drill or the X drill. That would be the next set of drills to use. And each drill goes right to the level of the sleeve.
The implant. Here.
We're here with Dr. Michael Bleacher. He's the chair of the Scientific Meetings Council. Thanks for joining us here, Dr. Bleacher.
My pleasure. Good morning.
Good morning. So tell us, why is this format so unique?
Well, what we've done here is we have set up a modern dental operatory on our expo floor, and we have brought in some leading clinicians from around the country, and they're doing procedures that our dentists are interested in learning how to do, and they're actually working on live patients today. These are not your typical dental lectures where a clinician is giving a PowerPoint presentation or showing short video clips. This is actual real-time treatment on real patients. These are procedures that a lot of dentists are not currently doing, but they should be able to do. And by watching what's going on here, this is something that they can probably take home and start working on Monday morning. And it's a very valuable teaching technique. We're very happy to be able to present it.
Yeah, it's very exciting, very hands-on learning here.
Hands-on learning.
Yes. What other offerings are available that have a similar format?
Okay, well, yesterday we had a live operatory where clinicians actually did a crown on a tooth and placed 2 implants on a patient, all in one 3-hour sitting. Today we're doing a tooth replacement. This afternoon we have some very advanced digital dentistry where actually a full denture is going to be constructed on digital machines and fit to a patient. And tomorrow we have a live demonstration of laser dentistry. So it's really unique. We're very excited about this, and we hope to do it again next year in Las Vegas.
Lots of great future technologies happening right here in the industry. So what can attendees expect for future continuing education sessions?
Well, we're always looking for new and innovative education techniques where we have live operatories, we have numerous lectures where we give people, instead of sitting for 3 hours, we break them down into 1-hour sessions so they can move around and take whatever they want to and take a multiple of different courses. And, we just scout other meetings. We see what's going on around the country, and we try and keep things innovative and lively.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank Thank you, Dr. Bleacher. Well, that was just a sneak peek at one of the live operatories here at AGD 2019. This is AGD Facebook Live, sponsored by Henry Schein 1. We'll see you at about 11:15.